Hello, everybody. Hello, thank you. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. My name is Clara. I am the co founder of List Perfectly, and welcome to List Perfectly Auto-Delist live session. Yes, I am the co founder of List Perfectly, and I'm live here, and I'm going to be joined by my amazing professional team, experienced sellers. Super Sale
Hey,
Trish.
everybody.
Trish,
Hey, Miss Clara. How are you?
I'm doing great. And
Good.
also, we have on top of our Super Sale Trish, we're going to have Koala Trading Kimberly. Hi,
Hi,
Kim.
everybody. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi. Hey, you got the memo. Trish, you didn't get the memo of the red t shirt? Wow.
Listen, you guys don't keep me in the loop, and this is what happens. I wear blue.
You still look beautiful.
Thank you, Kim.
So here we are joined together by Trish. Trish is my director of events and director of educations, but also we have our amazing community manager, Kim. So if you're wondering, who is always answering most of your questions on the amazing Facebook group, here is Kim. Thank you, Kim. And I just want to remind you, if you haven't joined this group, okay, you should. Is very active, okay, from things that don't ship, anything that is vintage with Mercury to List Perfectly tips and so forth. So thank you, Kim, for always helping our amazing community on different channels. All right, thank you. Hi, Annette. Hi, Laura. Hi, Desiree. Carol. Oh, hey there, Gina. I thought, okay.
Dawn, yep.
Yes, Cindy, Kathy. Hey, Marianne, how are you? Okay, Rosie, my love. Hey, Vegas in the house. Cara, welcome, welcome. Flipping Phoenix.
Hey, Marie.
Marie, how are you? Kathy, my love. Oh, thank you, everybody, for being in the house. Thank you for those of you that are already customers of LP. We're going to be talking today an overview about Auto-Delist and why is, I just want to emphasize that we are the only service that offers Auto-Delist to all marketplaces. Yes, all marketplaces, at least perfectly offers, have unlimited Auto-Delist. All right. So I just want to give you today an overview of what is this Auto-Delist tool, obviously, right? This automatically removal of listings on marketplaces by List Perfectly without the need of you clicking for anything. So we do this for all, and again, for all marketplaces, including we have, I think we King, would you confirm we have Shopify too, or
Yes,
we have that in the builds?
yes. No,
Yes.
Shopify is on.
Yeah. So if you're Shopify sellers, okay, so yes, we have it for you too, all right? Very important to those of you to build your website is crucial. I think this is the year for you to build your website, and we got to, and to those of you that sometimes we don't want to remove our listings from the website, we have a configuration for you to not connect, okay, your website with List Perfectly. So we'll address that with you. Okay. So the important thing is that you can customize these Auto-Delist to your business needs. And Kim and Trish can use it absolutely differently because Trish is my volume seller and Kim is my part-time seller. So we're gonna be addressing today the difference also on how you be configuring Auto-Delist to your business needs. So we have two experts today. We're gonna be answering by the end of this session your questions, but I also want to remind you that along with Auto-Delist, we're gonna be talking about Issue Finder. Yes, you heard me loud and clear. Issue Finder is going to be your new best friend. Nobody else has this. Nobody else has it. Okay. So it's literally a tool to keep your catalog linked and connected and synchronized with marketplaces. Yes. So we can tell you what is not connected with your different marketplaces, and then we tell you how to fix it. So yes, issue finder and linking. The linking tool is just incredible. Sometimes ideal for those of you that maybe you like to delist and release from the marketplace, or maybe you're using maybe those tools that automatically delist and release. So it's something we do have. Okay, we're coming soon with something very amazing for auto delist release. But at the moment, we're going to focus today in auto delist for those items that are sold on marketplaces or platforms like Shopify. So let's remember that this not only helps duplicate sales to prevent duplicate sales, all right, but ensures that your store is up to date with the listing. So one message, Trish and Kim, that Amanda, our CEO, Amanda, and co-founder, all right, wanted me to get across for our community. And she said, Clara, make sure that we explain our audience that the auto delist is not set it and forget it. All right.
Right.
It requires a couple of steps of maintenance, and we're going to tell you in this live what you need to do so your sales are always detected by List Perfectly. All right. So that was the message from Amanda. And we're going to be moving right now to the part that Kim is gonna show us. Kim, could you be so kind to hit present? And when you're ready, beautiful audience, we're gonna have Kimberly helping us. I know most of you, all right, know, but we're gonna go through the steps of how to set up the auto delist. Friendly reminder that on December 31st, we ended our promotional offer of using the Pro Plus plan at the price of the Pro. That was promotional for a year and change, guys. So it ended. We sent messages everywhere. So please check the plan because you would be surprised. We're having at least 30% of people telling us that Auto Dealers is not working, but they're in Pro plan. And then they're like, oopsie, all right, okay, gotta make sure I'm in the Pro Plus. So don't forget to go to accounts, okay, and check which account you have. You can change any times plans, and you can upgrade, and you will not lose a single penny when you upgrade because it will be transferred as days of credit for the new plan. So Kim, could you be so kind to present, and let's talk about, hey, Terry, good afternoon. Hi, Carla. Patty, how are you, Patty? So, Kim, let's talk about. I'm gonna add to the stage here. In that, this is thank you. This is Kimberly's List Perfectly catalog. And could you tell us? Let's suppose I'm new to List Perfectly, or maybe I'm like Trish. All right, in which because yes, Trish is testing a big auto import feature. So as you know, she's a volume seller. So teaser. So we have two people that are using auto delist in radically different ways. All right. So Kim, for those of you that are not volume seller, could you be so kind to show us the settings and how do we need to, let's suppose I already signed up for List Perfectly, all right? I already downloaded the extension, okay? I've already have, okay, the catalog, working. I was already able to import listings. I was ready to cross-post listings. Hi, Vida, my love. Hi, Terry. What would be the next step? Because I'm going to tell you, even me, I felt tempted by saying, I already set it up. What's next?
Well, first you want to go up here to your List Perfectly icon up in the upper right-hand corner of your browser, and you'll click that, and then you'll want to go into settings.
Oh, that's the extension settings. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the extension.
Wait. But please note, okay, to those of you, I'm going to do a teaser. People on this menu, you're going to feel tempted, all right, to touch the one that says sales or sales detection in red on off, all right? But we're going to talk about, no, that's not enough. And yes, I heard you loud and clear. I'm fixing that. Okay? I gotcha. So at the moment, even though you might feel tempted to go to turn sales detection on, off, and be like, done, all set, gotta go, okay? Kim, would you please show us the right way of setting up Auto-Delist?
Sure. Okay, and we've opened up our extension here. And first you want to go into your settings, click that button right there. And this brings you to your general settings. And so you want to scroll down and you'll see this setting here called turn on Auto-Delist. And you always want to make sure that that is checked.
Okay.
If you want Auto-Delist to work for you, that is one of the main crucial things that you need to make sure is enabled.
Yep.
So we see it is enabled, so we're good there.
All right.
We're going to close that out.
Okay.
And we're going to next, we need to go into either you can turn on sales detection here.
See, yep.
Or if you want to go in and toggle it on, you can go in and do it here as well. So you have two different options, but it does the same thing either way.
Oh, can you show it in the top, the toggle?
Sure.
All right.
Okay, now sales detection is on. Yep. And this indicates that I don't hook up to Facebook because I don't sell on Facebook.
So that's where we have a red dot. So people,
Correct.
Do you see the little tiny red dot? Sorry, Kim, that I just want to complete to your thought. I'm going to tag along to what you're saying. This is a great presentation, Kim. She's showing us right now how she is connected to, please note the green dot, okay? Right next to Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Etsy, not on Facebook. Yes on Depop, yes on Grail, yes on Vestiaire, not on Facebook. So that means what, Kim?
That means that I have it, excuse me, I have it not connected because I don't sell there. But if you want to have it connected, we can show you how to do that. It's really easy. But since I don't sell there, I just don't even bother to connect. Now, if I'm doing
testing, show us. Would you mind showing us?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so now we're going to go and see another tool. We're going to be moving to the connection wizard, okay? This is an incredible tool. We do it for you people, all right, okay? So as always, List Perfectly does not need your password, all right? We do not need your marketplace password, all right? We don't need it, we don't need it, we don't need it. So Kim, would you please show us how to set up the marketplaces connection with List Perfectly, which is a crucial step on setting up your Auto-Delist, right? Because even if I check that little box on the extension, Auto-Delist, if I do not connect my marketplaces, Auto-Delist is not going to work.
Yeah, this is also another crucial element to having Auto-Delist work for you. And where you find your connection wizard is up here at the top of your catalog, and you'll see this this button here that says connections. Right. Go ahead and click that. And this brings up this pop-up menu, and it's really easy to read. As you can see, all the ones that are listed here, yeah, I am connected to, and it indicates active. Yeah. So you know, okay, oh, I'm connected to these. Well, you can see down here at the bottom where I am not connected to Facebook, but that's by choice. Yeah. I can show you, let's pretend, I'm going to go back out.
You disconnected Etsy, okay?
Yeah, disconnected Etsy. When you go back in, yeah, you can look down at the bottom and go, oh, I need to connect to Etsy. I sell on Etsy. I want to make sure that I'm connected. Yeah. So you'll hit this button here that says Connection Wizard. Right. And then you'll click on the marketplace icon that you want to connect to. So I'm just going to click Etsy. Go down here and click the connect button, and that's it.
That's it. I'm assuming you must have your Etsy tab logged in to Etsy Marketplace.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. You need to be logged into all of your marketplaces. And if you're not, you'll actually see, I can actually show you if you want, when you're logged out of a marketplace.
Could you please? Yes.
It will tell you Let me go
Thank
ahead.
you, Kim. Oh, you're amazing. I appreciate it because nothing like showing, demoing something that is not working. I was going to save this for the end of
Uh,
the session, but we never follow. We just flow. We just roll the way we are, Kim.
yeah.
And
Sorry, I stole that little idea from the end of the show.
oh no, we roll. This is how we roll, Kim. We're resellers, all right. So
Yeah.
I love it. Let's show what happens, beautiful audience. So we're gonna show you what happens. Remember, Auto-Delist is nothing if you don't use the connection wizard. So what happens if you are using the connection wizard, like we told you, but now you forgot to log into the marketplace?
So you can go into Connection Wizard here. Actually, you can see up here in the top, it'll give you an indication. You see that red dot? That is indicating that you have one marketplace that you're not connected to. So when I logged out of Etsy just a little bit ago, and came back here, you can see now it says error.
Right.
I'm not connected to Etsy.
There you
So
have it.
I'm like, ooh, I need to get connected because that's crucial. So all you do is click that connect button. And then, of course, it will prompt you to log in.
All right.
And that way, you're not just connecting, but you're connecting and logging in. So you're ensuring that you have that connection to Etsy. So
that's incredible, Kim. Thank you so much. That is really good. When it comes to, I think, the connection wizard, that's an incredible tool we have in order to make it easy. Thank you, Kim. I really appreciate this. This is really good. Trish, do you have anything before we switch topics? I know, you're always, that friendly reminder that Trish is in charge of the largest group every morning, okay, from Monday to Friday. Okay, not every morning, okay, maybe Monday to Friday.
Monday through Friday.
Okay.
a couple days off.
let me sleep on Saturdays and
Yeah,
Sundays.
and Sunday, all right. So Mastermind goes every morning. This is Arizona time, 7 a.m. This could be 6 a.m. California PST, and that would be 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. To those of you on West Coast, come on, I have to wake up at 3 a.m. to go to the Rose Bowl or to a state sale. So, for me, waking up at that time, 6 a.m. is nothing compared to be cold and going to the Rose Bowl in winter. So just saying, okay. So, Trish, do you have? And she does this incredible. We have like many attendees on listing party. So takes just a minute or two to create your profile. Trish, as you're one of our most successful hosts on a listing party and being in charge of the Department of Education of List Perfectly, what do you think we can talk about maybe with these steps of setting up, configuring, not only getting into ProPlus, but you have to choose, okay, to have Auto-Delist, and you have to connect the marketplaces. Any tips, anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, I mean, I think a couple of things. One is that we spend a lot of time and energy trying to make indications. So like the green light versus the red lights, like there is small indications that are there that you guys can be looking at. And the other thing is, I talk a lot about, Clara hears me say this all the time, I probably annoy her, but about best practices, right? In best practices, I'm actually making sheets right now. I've already spoken to Mastermind about them. But one of the things I am going to say is to look at these every week. And if you're a volume seller, you may want to just check every day that everything is working right, because things can get disconnected on the marketplace's side. Things can go wrong on their side. It is not necessarily a List Perfectly issue. It could be that eBay did something and so eBay disconnected. So you just want to make sure that everything is set up the way it should flow. And I think once you're in it and you have a small checklist, you just can do this over and over again. It just becomes rote. Okay, everything's going, I'm good for my day.
Yeah.
Because most of us, I mean, and then we can talk about later, I was going to talk about having a, duplicate system to make sure everything's going. I'm still going to talk about that later. But right. I really just think getting in your head that nobody has click it and forget it. Nobody does. That doesn't exist. There's always going to be a little bit of, okay, everything's cool, and keep it moving. So I just think we just have to be okay with that and know that's part of the process. And,
And it's not the Delist tool itself, okay? It's the connection with marketplaces.
Right. Exactly.
That is the tricky thing, okay? So to keep that in mind. So this is a great, so I just want to reiterate, okay, what Trish said, okay, volume sellers, you need to have it running the frequency, I would say for volume sellers, you should have it in one dedicated device.
Computer.
Please, I beg you, all of you, I want to right now, existing LP customers, I want you to go and run and see. Maybe you went on a trip and you logged into List Perfectly with, I don't know, with your cousin or relative, and you left it running Auto-Delist over there. Please start thinking, where else could I left List Perfectly running and have Auto-Delist? One device only. Have one dedicated device that is running without going into sleep mode. And if you have a laptop, do not close, okay? Don't close it, because you could be surprised. I get tickets saying, Clara, I didn't put my device on sleep mode. And then we're like, okay, show me. And then they close the lid. And oh, okay, that also interrupts, okay, the connection with marketplaces. But again, what we find is one easy way to go, one List Perfectly hack to go about this, and this is not just List Perfectly, all right? It's just a limitation on technology, because these are marketplaces, all right, that they have a very different way of connecting in order to remove listings from their marketplaces. So, and literally we are, the first company to do this, with so many platforms. So no doubt that eBay was already built by other services, but Mercari, Grail, Depop, Facebook, you name it, we did it, and we're still the only ones offering that integration. So just keep in mind, like Trish said, volume sellers, put your frequency. So Kim, would you be so kind to present again and show us the frequency? Let's talk about customization tips, okay? And let's talk about the frequency setting, because the frequency setting, whether you are, I want to really tag along in what Kim, in what Trish said regarding the frequency. So let's evaluate that again, Kim.
Sure.
And Trish, and let's go now with what Trish thinks about, frequency, and what Kim thinks about frequency.
I believe I believe I have mine set up at 5 minutes. I think if I could go in and look while we're here, I'll look real quick. But what do you have, Kim?
I have mine set at 30, and that actually might be too often. I mean,
yeah.
Since I'm really just kind of part-time, it's I could probably set it for 2 hours or more and be fine. And I'm actually, it's one of those things. I understand that so many people are so afraid of double selling.
They are very afraid.
I think and I'm not, devaluing that at all. I know that it is a concern and it does happen. But I think it's also been put out there as a larger fear than we really should have of it. I mean, we should be cognizant and definitely take steps not to do that. But it's something that was really
when we started, there was none of this. When we started, you only had to take it down manually. And
we
all survived and we all still had accounts, right?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
So this makes people's lives easier. This makes your business to be a little bit more automated, but it is absolutely one of those things that is like a plus and it helps. But we used to do this manually. It's like going from a stick shift to a manual, right? It made driving a lot more fun when we didn't have to do it, but you could do it without it. And so to me, I think you're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. When you get a little bit too nervous about it. And if you're nervous, run it constant. Clara just wrote in the chat, you could use a Chrome laptop, get a inexpensive Chrome laptop and just have it run whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yeah. And that's what it comes down to. You need to be comfortable. But, we kind of also want to ease people's minds as well, because if you're completely stressed about double selling, that energy could be put into something, more productive. So I understand that it is a fear, but we kind of
Yeah, it's understandable, Kim. I see, I hear you loud and clear, but you should be worried about too many sales and not having enough time for shipping.
exactly
Exactly.
that's
That's
their
the
fear.
problem I want you to have, all
Agreed.
right?
Yeah.
Because we have tools in order to manage, all right, those occasional cases in which it could become a challenge. And if you don't know the tools, you should be joining Mastermind again every day, all right? 6 a.m. California time, PST, and 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we can discuss of the amazing ways you can manage for occasional errors on a double sale. All right. So that's definitely something that can be addressed.
Kim, can you show us? We talked and then you didn't show it. I
And
apologize.
I was like, I didn't want to say, and I was like, okay.
No, it was us. Sorry, Clara.
Trish and I got to yakking, so
We started talking.
All right, you show us, girls.
okay. Well, where you want to find your frequency is you'll go up here in the right hand corner again to your List Perfectly icon, and that will open up the extension. And then you'll go down here to sales. Click on your sales right there. And up here in the upper right hand corner, you'll see frequency in minutes. And that's where you can set for sales detection. How often do you want sales detection to be checking your marketplaces for sales? And I have mine set at 30. Like I said, I know I could set it for longer and I'd be fine. Some people prefer, every 5 minutes. Some will do it every 20 minutes. It just depends on preference and what you're comfortable with. And also, I want to point out that if you want to set it more frequently and you don't want to hear that cha-ching, we actually have a setting for that where you can go in and turn that off. So you won't be hearing that every 5 minutes if you don't want to. But I wanted to throw that in there because, I know that was a concern of some people, but I just don't want to hear that sound every 5 minutes. So we did build that in, so it's all cool. But anyway, you go up here and you can set this for how many ever minutes that you want. And then sales detection will go in and will check all of your marketplaces at that frequency, whatever you prefer. So.
Thank you so much, Kim. That was really good. Thank you so much. Let's bring Trish here.
I just want to say, who doesn't love the cha-ching? Who doesn't love the cha-ching?
Sometimes it scares me, and I almost have a heart attack, but that's a good heart attack to have,
I love the cha-ching. I want the cha-ching going all the time. I hate when I have to put it in during
Man, I pay a lot of money to be on the cha-ching. I always wanted the cha-ching of eBay. Yes, I copied eBay. Yes, I so wanted, but eBay doesn't own the cha-ching.
Yeah.
I hate when I have to put stuff on do not disturb. Like right now, everything's on do not disturb, so things don't beep.
You feel so disconnected.
Something sells. I'm like, oh, I missed the cha-ching.
Exactly.
All right. So, Kim, I would like to talk about Trish. Why don't we go now to Issue Finder? So, all right, listers and maybe audience, all right, we have a tool. Nobody else has it. It's called Issue Finder. I put money on this one too, again. So, Kim, let's talk about, would you be so kind to show us a little the Issue Finder so we can see just briefly where it's located. Issue Finder. Kim is going to give us a quick demo of where it's located, but it's an incredible tool that, yes, mea culpa, my fault, okay, but we're working with Trish on doing a better job to promote this incredible tool. Again, unlimited, Auto-Delist unlimited, all right, Connection Wizard unlimited, import unlimited, cross-post unlimited, all right? So there is no add-ons. This doesn't come with additional add-ons, all right? It's included in the Pro Plus, any tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. And I just want to remind Pro people still get the cha-ching because they get the sales detection.
Yep.
We just don't remove the listing from the platforms. All right. So here Kim is going to show us. So thank you again, Kim. If you can show us a little the incredible issue finder, amazing tool.
Yeah. Where you will find this is you will go to your catalog, and then you'll see this issues tab on the end here. You'll click that. And once you click that, this will come up, and this is where you actually run the tool, and you'll click that button, and then depending on the size of your catalog, it might take 2 minutes to 5 minutes for it to run all the way through. And when it's done, and luckily, thanks to List Perfectly, I don't have any issues right now because Finder found them and I got them taken care of. But when you do have issues, it's going to show your listings over here. And then it will give you an indication in this column of what the issue is. And then once you see that, you can, see what it says, and it gives a little explanation of what the issue actually is. And then you can go fix it. And
Kim,
yes.
Can you give us a couple of examples of what an issue could be that would show up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me look here. Like, for instance, say you have something in your catalog and it's not listed on the actual marketplace that it's indicating that it's listed on. Like, say, for instance, you have something listed in your catalog and you deleted it from eBay yesterday, but you didn't mean to. Well, the issue finder is going to find that, and it's going to tell you, hey, there's something wrong with this. You've got it listed in List Perfectly, but we can't find it on eBay. Anything like that where there is a discrepancy between the item ID numbers, or the item ID numbers, it doesn't find the listing on the marketplace, then it's going to tell you, hey, there's a problem here.
And what I really like about this personally, Kim, I mean, you and I have been selling long enough that okay, first of all, I would like to say before I badmouth eBay, I love eBay. I'm an eBay girl. eBay's my favorite. Okay.
We love eBay. Love you.
But it does have a tendency every once in a while to suck a listing or two into the black hole.
Yes.
And something that you think, and when I do inventory, I used to do a physical inventory every single year and put my hand on every single item. And now with Issue Finder, I find that my inventory system is even better because things do not stay in the black hole for as long as they used to. Because Issue Finder is like, hey, dude, this says it's on eBay and it's not. And so it gives me the ability to know when things happen on platforms so that I can go and fix it in real time. Because it used to be that I would not know that listings were missing until I did an inventory.
Exactly.
And so Issue Finder for me, along with Link, has really changed the game for me. And it has allowed my inventory system to be much more accurate all of the time. And I thoroughly love this thing. I love Link and I love Issue Finder because I'm able to keep my catalog really healthy, and I do it on a daily. How often do you run it, Kim?
Well, since I'm just kind of part-time and stuff, I run it about once a week, but I would urge people to do it more often than that, especially if they have a larger inventory and they are a full-time seller. It's one of those things where it's not a mistake if you run it too often. I mean, don't get obsessive about it. You have other things you need to be doing in your workday, but
So it's on my checklist and I run it every morning during Mastermind. I actually have it on another computer. I run it every morning on Mastermind. And when I'm done with Mastermind, I go and see if there's any issues. And I don't do it on the weekend. So Monday, sometimes there's something, but 99% of the time, there's nothing.
Yeah.
But it's just a way for me to know, okay, everything's good. And I keep it moving.
Well, and the fact that you're keeping your catalog healthy to make it to where everything works smoothly, but also think about all of the listings that may have fallen off of eBay that you haven't known about for 9 months.
That's what you
think about the money. Think about the money you've lost from those sales not happening. So it's not just something that keeps your catalog healthy. it can also actually bring in more money because your stuff isn't out there, so you can relist it and get it out there.
Absolutely. And the other thing that I think it does is, I'd like to say this too. If you're a big seller who only sells on one marketplace, this is still as important, because it has nothing to do with the cross posting aspect. It has nothing to do. It has to do with the site you're on is not going to be 100% perfect all the time. And so you're always making sure everything is going along well. I mean, for years and years and years, I only sold on eBay, and I would still lose things into the black hole. Didn't have anything to do with cross posting or cross listing. It had to do with the site itself. And so this is really, really a great tool.
I agree.
I just want to reply. We have Artful Journey. I see you. And
that's Kelly.
Says that already on the Pro Plus, I should see some errors. Is this the same? So I just want to remind you that we're going to go live on Listing Party. Yes. So there, we're literally on Zoom, and we can do like a screen share so I can help you troubleshoot this quickly. All right. So if you have not created your Listing Party profile, we go there. There is going to be other List Perfectly customers, and there is going to be List Perfectly team members, and we're going to help you get everything done, okay? Where we can help you right away. So just friendly reminder to join us later right away on Listing Party. And if you can't make it later, every day, customer 411, every day, okay? We do onboarding or we do troubleshooting sessions, so we're happy to help you. Yes, of course, we'll do anything it takes to make it work right away. I just wanted, if you girls don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, amazing audience, and could you mind if I present a quick video that Patrick did for me? On this quick video, let me see, we're gonna be talking, this is Auto-Delist. Can you see my the video, my List Perfectly catalog?
Yes.
So on this video, all right, that we got from Patrick, thank you, Patrick. We're going to see how Under Armour, that pink jacket at the top, is gonna be sold now on action. We're gonna see Auto-Delist in action. So look at the status right away. All right, it shows, okay, in progress, completed, and error. So completed. Now we see how List Perfectly removed. Okay, and let me put this back. Okay, so we click status. All right, so we see how is in progress. That List Perfectly is starting to remove. Then we remove the two listings from Poshmark and eBay because in this case, this listing sold on Mercari. So you hit refresh and now goes sold in Mercari. So I just wanted to give you an idea that right next at the top, right next to listings, you can always observe, okay, the behavior of the Auto-Delist, how it's working. And one of the things I like, okay, let me go this length here, okay. One of the things I like is to see when we click on status, all right, is the capacity to see not only in progress, completed, or errors. For some reason, maybe you forgot and you maybe released it on a marketplace, or you use another third-party tool to automatically delist or release or something like that, that broke the connection of List Perfectly listings with marketplace. What do you think about that, Kim?
I love it. I actually, like I said, I do a lot of testing, of List Perfectly, and it's interesting to see what comes up in there, because when you're testing, you do a lot of weird things. I'll start a cross post and then I'll like close out the window. And I mean, List Perfectly, it catches it every time. But yeah, that status it's one of those things that when you're doing these actions, you'll want to look at that status icon, and it will turn red. If it finds an issue, it turns from that really pretty color to red. So that's another thing, like Trish was saying earlier, about how we give indications. You have a red dot. You see a red, red indicator on a button. That's your cue to, hey, I need to check this out.
Yeah.
And it's nice that it shows what was completed as well. That's another peace of mind for me, to see, oh, hey, this is awesome. I see that, I don't have any errors, but I also like to look in that completed section and go, yeah,
it came down.
Done. No.
Yeah.
So I just would like to say, one of the things if you're a volume seller, I try to have backups for everything because you can get into an issue really fast as a volume seller if you're not careful. And so I take photos of my SKUs, right? And I put that in my listing. So I have a picture of my item with the SKU card over it. So if I happen to forget to put the SKU number in the field, I can look through the photos in LP and it will be in my LP catalog. The other thing that I do, and I got this from Crystal Mouse, who is a high volume seller, is she uses our QR code system that just links to the List Perfectly page, where the item page, right? Mm-hmm. And she does that. So every time she's doing her shipping, she scans that and she makes sure it's down off of all of the platforms. So she's running all the things. And she says to me, 99% of the time, it's all down, right? But as a high volume seller, you could miss something. And so this is a way to be able to always have your checks and balances. And I think that is particularly a really great way to allow List Perfectly to help you. And those I know we're not specifically talking about QR codes, but the QR codes that you can print out and put on your, put on your bags makes it so easy. At that 1 second, click it. Yep, it's off, and keep it going. That is what I love about List Perfectly. I mean, there's lots of things that I do, but it's the redundancy of some things to make sure things are going right, because we can only control List Perfectly. We can't control eBay. We can't control Poshmark. We can't control Mercari. So being able to make sure things are always in flow that's what I really love about the whole process.
Yeah, sounds good. So one of the things that I wanted to just address and be blatantly transparent and honest, we do not support quantities. So there is a hack, all right, that it's very easy to do that. In order to manage quantities, you will need to do it manually. Because you can use notes to adjust how many quantities you have and etc. But we do not support, right now at the moment, we will not auto-delist. We'll just notify you of a sale. All right, that's it. You will get a cha-ching and saying you sold, but then we will not remove that listing. So please keep that in mind, all right? That's a limitation. Yes, we're working on it, but give us a little time. This is a new feature, like we mentioned. So also another limitation is bundles on Mercari. Why? Because when customers, when you accept a bundle and Mercari creates a bundle, they remove the prior item ID, all right, and they assign a new one. Another one is pending offers. I cannot auto-delist something that has pending offers. I can't, legally. And as you know, I can't legally. Yes, technologically, I could do it, but I would be breaking, a legal binding agreement that is very, very, very respected, all right? I understand not every country is the same, but here in the US, that is a very strong binding agreement between the one that makes an offer and the seller that accepts the offer. That becomes a binding agreement. So,
but all three of those that you just said, Clara, all three of those could be caught with the tip that I just gave of using the QR code. So all three instances that Clara just said of ways that things that might not come down or might not work the way we expect, if you then use the QR code, right then you can say, oh, it must have a standing offer somewhere, and you can go in and manually take it down. So those two things help each other, and that is what I think that we need to understand, that it is not complete automation. almost complete all my automation.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. But also we can manually delist, and
Right.
don't forget that we provide the link. Okay, even from LP Mobile, you can click on the link and we'll take you to the marketplace, and you
Right.
can take it down manually. So I just want to remind everybody about that amazing, amazing tool. In the just remember, okay, remember to enable auto delist. Okay, that sales detection is not the same. Reminder, that we have to enable, even though. And one thing that always happens, it's not us, guys. I swear it's Google Chrome, because by contract, okay, sometimes when you uninstall LP and you have to install a new LP extension, sometimes, all right, we Google will remove your prior settings of the auto delist, and they will remove it without not notifying. So we built a system that will tell you, hey, your prior settings have not been kept. Please verify your settings. So please keep an eye when we send you a warning saying, hey, we think your prior settings might not be saved with this new version. Please go and check that auto delist is already set up. Okay. In that sense, I think it's something important to keep in track. So we have, if you have, I would like to open this part. We're coming to almost the end of the session, Kim and Trish, and I want you to do help us, everybody. Okay, please, and send us your questions. We're happy to answer.
So Marianne has a question. Will we be talking about the link feature? I don't know how it works. Kim, could you address that?
Oh, nice one.
I can actually share my screen and show.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd be great.
please show us, show us.
Okay. Let me see. There we go. Oh,
I love Link.
there.
I think Link is a really solid feature.
Yes,
I use it all the time. So
I'm gonna say that's one that I know for sure. When we start talking about favorites, Trish is always. Oh, it's always. And I agree. It's really, really awesome. Now, this doesn't really have any. Well, it does, but it doesn't have anything to do with Link. But I wanted to show this just because it is important, and it's another visual cue. If you'll look here, say for instance on the scrub top, you see how eBay, Poshmark, and Grail, they're all in blue. Mercari is not. It is not a link. It is not a hyperlink. It is in black. And I can show you why.
All right.
Over here on Mercari. See this same scrub top?
mm-hmm.
It's not linked. It is not linked to my catalog. And that is why that is black instead of blue. There might be other reasons why that isn't linked, but that's one thing you can, if you happen to be going through your catalog and you see something that's in black and you know it's should be connected, that's another visual cue for you to go, you really need to check that.
That's a hyperlink.
Right. Yep. But as far as the link feature goes, you can go to your different marketplaces. I'm here on Mercari right now. Right. And you can see my listings here, and all the ones down here have the word copied, which means they are copied and they are connected to List Perfectly. But you'll notice these top two have a link button. That means that they are not linked to my catalog, and that is not a good thing. So if you see that, you can just click.
See that green link? Click it. Green means go. There it is.
I clicked it. Wow. It found it in my catalog. And
Marianne Marzola, there is your answer. You ask and we deliver. Unlimited link, okay? But we'll talk about delisting and relisting daily. All right, we'll talk, Marianne. Oh, I would love to see you in on a mastermind. All right, but let's talk about the link feature, and this is incredible. So easy to reconnect the marketplace. So when you see that green, let's do it again. Let's do it with Tiffany. Okay, one more time, people. Hey, go.
And if you just pop, this window, so you can go, yes, that is definitely the one I want to link to. So there's just another check there. So you can see now, look, they're copied. I'm good. If I go back to my catalog,
Right,
I
right, right.
reload. Those two are now blue. They're hyperlinks, and I'm good. I'm golden now. Those are linked. So it's a really fast way to get things linked back to your catalog.
Oh,
So
thank you so much, Kim. That was a great presentation. Yes, that is correct, Curtis. That is a limitation when I have multiple quantities or variations. All right, List Perfectly does not recognize variations or quantities when it comes to auto delist. We'll send you a notification. There will be even a cha-ching, okay, if you have it on, okay, and it will say, whatever, vintage 90s clock, okay, but then you will need to remove it from that marketplace. When it is multiple quantities, just was going to give a reminder, pending offers or a bundle. That's definitely something that we wanted to keep in mind. What a beautiful session. And I want to invite everybody because Trish is gonna join us. Also, now we're gonna go to listing party. Where let me go. Let me refresh because right now we are on this session, but we're gonna join to the auto daily setup on listing party, and we will see you there at 1 p.m. In that there we can share screens. It's just a Zoom session in which we can all, whether you want to share your camera or not, it's a great way to expedite and get your auto deals working ASAP. So Kim and Trish, what a great session. Trish, what would you say your last tip or advice for people based on your experience doing mastermind for many resellers every day?
Um, my advice really is not to get too upset about this. I think people worry a lot about double sales. They get very frustrated and they think that this is a bigger problem than it is. It's not a big problem. And it is, I sell hundreds of items and I never double sell anything really. I mean, have I in the past? Yes. And then I canceled the platform that is going to be the most lenient on me, but it's not a big thing. And for most sellers, you're never going to double sell. So don't get yourself so worried about it. Worry about things that you can control. Think about keeping your catalog in a good standing and think about using the tools at your disposal and just list more. I would so much rather have you worry about listing more than this, because this really is not an issue for you. List as much as you can. That's your issue.
Thank you. And you, Kim?
For me, it's just for people to be educated about what you need to look at as far as just a kind of a periodical check of the different things that hinge on Auto-Delist working for you. If you see something and just go, oh my gosh, it doesn't work. Well, you have the power and the knowledge to go in and check these few things to make sure that it's, your things are enabled, things are connected. It doesn't take long, and you can be back on your way, and it won't even be a speed bump in your day. Once you make that, part of your workday, it's all good, and you won't run into any problems. So I think, that's what I want to leave it with. Just try to get into the habit of going over some of the things that we went over today, and just make it part of your workday.
Agree with you. I just want to say, Marianne, I think we did address your question. If I was you, I would go into your Poshmark closet. I would sort by newest listed, and then you'll be able to link them, no problem. So if you have any issues with that, come and find us. But really, that's your best bet, and it would be very easy and fast.
And like 10 minutes ago, we're showing the link feature. That's what we want you to use. All right, Marianne? So we thought we addressed your question, but, I put there, and Pat also is a List Perfectly team member. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for making this incredible session. We see you at Listing Party. Marianne, don't worry if you can come to this one. Don't forget that we have daily sessions, all right? customer 411, we have 24/7, 365 on listing party open sessions. So thank you so much today, and we'll see you soon. Bye,
Bye,
Trish.
guys. Thanks
Bye,
so
Kim.
much.
Bye, everybody. Happy selling, everybody. Bye.